whoa, magically here. It's like, you know, how did you do that? Well, I stopped the last one very oddly and started this one very oddly and awkwardly. And I accidentally clicked something on the screen, so it's not exactly how it looked before. Sorry about that. Here we go. We're going to begin the run. If you just started on this video because you saw there was a first one, you're going to want to watch that first one because it's got pretty much everything we need in great detail. All right. And this will still be cool and you'll get to see stuff and we'll talk about stuff, but you're going to be missing a lot of potentially. Oh, sorry, my ear's slippery today. I don't know why. More so than usual. You're going to be missing a lot of potential, like, oh my gosh, that was what I needed. Yes, thank you. Yes. Okay. So, talked about those specifics. We were ending on this super annoying part of having to equip your generals over and over and over again. Why do you need to? Because we did not get our Typhoon Totem Tower. Thus, we're going to need to reset this. Damn it. Well, you haven't even begun, so it's okay. Level 1. Oh, don't be worried about this. Okay, it's all right. It's going to tell you what you have. Hey, how do you get better? Enhance your generals. It's we of course I want to enhance my generals. All right, I'm working on it. Jeez, leave me alone. Another way that you can do this is purchase a package. None of these have to do with Mind Revelation at all. It's just that if you buy stuff, you're going to be able to enhance your generals, right? Thanks, Evony. I actually do love it. I think it's great and a little bit humorous. You got to have a sense of humor about it. All right. Everywhere you go, the best way to improve money skis. That's life. That's life, and that's just life. If you want a better one, just go get money. You can't, of course. I mean, it's, to each their own, and it's all relative. And boy, is it tough. All right, but it's funny. Ebony is a direct reflection of life. The better Ebony life you have, perhaps is because of the better real life you have of having more money. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that can of worms. Like I said, have a good sense of humor about it. All right, grew up with very little. I'm used to having very little, but I have far more than so many other people. Do I have a problem with this 8% of the world owning 80% of the wealth of the world? Yeah, huge problem, big time. Not going to go into that, but I love y'all and everyone else. It doesn't matter how much you have. I wish you had it all and more, so you weren't stressed. I'm terribly stressed all the time. Doesn't buy happiness, but boy, does it help. And I would be happy not worrying about electricity and or food, uh, rather than all that being taken care of. Nothing fancy except for a really cool keep. Why not? Some cool general skins. But I don't need anything else. Just my family being taken care of, and it'd be great if I didn't have to worry about that all the time. Sorry, little bit of soapbox action there. That's what we do. Let's stop. Okay, so we reset. Look. Oh, snap. So when you reset, it goes back to the beginning or a checkpoint, and there's specific places where the checkpoints are. Okay? Our Mayan blessings have changed. Heavy artillery is a good one, specifically siege machine attack and HP. Woohoo! But it does give ground and mounted. All right? They're going to help you out as much as they can. Logistics supply might seem like it's helpful. 3% of your maximum troop amount for all the troop slots each time you enter a new level. That's nice. You're going to be getting 3% of your troop stacks every time you pass levels. And you're going to be passing levels because you know how to, baby. Desperate measures. Terrible. Horrible. Why? Because you can't use live streams and you need to. So all of these are not what we want, and we're at the beginning, so it's very easy to just click off of that. Oh, and we don't want the Typhoon Totem either. Okay? So instead of just exiting to refresh the buffs, remember that? If you exit there, we didn't reset. We just exited. And we're going back in. The buffs refresh. We still don't have what we want, what we need, but it's nice to see that it's changed. But the Typhoon Totem didn't. Okay, that was in the last video a lot, in case you didn't get it. Woohoo! Look at that. This is what I hope happens to you every time you get to the next level. We got money bags, which is the epic buff we want. Skadoosh, clickety clack. Okay. And we got the poison wood totem tower. That is what we want every stage. I have on the first stage had to refresh the tower 30 times before. I know it's crazy, but you're at the very beginning and you want to start off right. You want to. You wanted to. All right. The only way this could be better if it was closer. But this is a good example of how I approach the poison wood tower being at the top. Okay? To maximize your score. Now, before this was streamlined, when I reset this to go to level 1, it would reset my generals too. And I wouldn't be able to just start. It would say, whoa, 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 you got to go look at your troops and reallocate them. Whew. Thankfully, that is fixed. They have been saved, all of their troop types, all of the generals in the order that I put them. I never have to touch that again. Yes, that will save you a lifetime. Thank you, Evony. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, now here we go. Remember, to be the strongest you can possibly be, to score the highest, you want money in fog. The best thing to get right away is money in fog in the first level. The more money you have, the higher your hand of famine buff will be. Okay? So save your fog. What do you mean? Click as little amount of fog as you can for the purpose of benefiting from money in fog later. The more fog you clear, the more money you get. One of those crazy rabbit hole details that I go down to get the highest score possible. Also, this is so far back. We don't want to click more fog because every time we do, we're going to see this go burp, burp. We lose 5% of our troops. That sucks. But those are points, baby. 0 points. Keep track. Click. Remember I said we didn't have to do that? WTF did I do? Oh, because I clicked in it, I didn't hit save. That's not going to happen. Don't click in there again, okay? I clicked in and I switched things around, thus it reset it. You don't have to do what I just did there. But that was the annoying part that I was talking about. All right? You don't have to do anymore. The troops are full. Oh, thank goodness. So, click. Oh, the arrow goes right there. Oh, that sucks. Of course, we want to avoid that as much as possible. I know, but it's okay. We got what we wanted and we had to reset a million times. I clicked one of them. I don't want to click those 3. I want to go boom, straight to it. Direct, the fastest way to direct line, right? Boom. You can click that and get that. Damn it. Level 1 rage. That doesn't help. But it's the first level. Those ones don't matter. They help a ton, but the epic ones are what matter. Okay? Here we go. Yay, another chest. Hey, that's good. That's nice. It's always cool when we get that. Let's take a look at it. Not going to affect here, but remember 243 and 237? That's the same. 485. Oh, stage buffs. Duh. These are their regular general buffs. Those little buffs that we just got are going to uh, uh, populate here on stage. Doy. Okay, sorry about that. There we go. All right, 1, 2, 3. Do, do. Here we have a mind warrior. You don't want to try and avoid them when it comes to Poisonwood Towers. Save your fog for the gold. Click as little fog as possible to lose as few troops as possible because of that Poisonwood Totem. Time to fight. Round 1. We're going to get double gold always, but we want runes too. Okay? Actually, sometimes you do get. Okay, well, look. Attack. Don't use all 5. The more troops, yeah, of course, stronger you'll be. You're going to get stronger with the buffs. You want to conserve your troops. Thus, 1, 2, 3. That's what you want to use so you can save these troops here. You will lose troops almost no matter what in 5 of these marches. Even though you're stronger, you'll still lose troops in all 5 of the marches. Thus, only lose troops in 3 of the marches. Okay? As these numbers decrease, this order will change. You'll see. But they're in order of highest to lowest already. Confirm. I love this mini game. I love it. Plus, yeah, this is great. Except for that, that is the healing room. We want the other icon on this the recovery room. Okay, junior healing room. 20% of one, excuse me, troop slot. Damn it! But that helps. Okay, everything helps. Scored 10, 2 gold, baby. Woohoo! Victory! Victory! And then here come our Mayan blessings, which are random. You don't always get these on those Mayan warriors, the weakest type of bad guy in this, or good guys. We're trying to steal our gold, and they're just protecting themselves. Whatever you get, great. All right? We always want to see some siege stuff. So, shabloips. Automatic. We're not going to go look at it again. But hey, look at what we did. We added a rune here. Woohoo! We want that to be full if we get Hand of Plague. Okay? Least amount possible. Mayan calendar store. Random. Just get in there and fingers crossed. Oh, grounded troop attack and mounted troop attacks will help us not anything whatsoever. If you don't get any siege, but you get a level 3 ranged troop buff, pick it. You're going to have to pick whatever, but pick it. Why? Look at this. Increases range troops and siege machine defense by 10%. You still get a siege buff on a level 3 ranged. I love you guys so much. A level 3 ranged buff. Always pick those if there are no sieges elsewhere. Maybe there's a level 3 ranged, which gives you a siege machine defense by 10%, but you've got a level 1 siege defense. Pick the level 3 ranged, because level 1 siege defense only gives you 8%, but a level 3 ranged defense gives you 10%. You get a higher siege buff on a level 3 range than a level 1 siege buff exclusively. I know, crazy, right? But that's what happens when you get to read. We didn't get it. That's okay. Doesn't matter. Don't reset it unless you really want to. That's tough. Boom. Here we go. The high priest. I said witch doctor, high priest. All right. We are going to have to kill him. We can't go anywhere else. You should be strong enough to pass this. They're not just going to destroy you right off the bat, usually. All right. We didn't quite get there. That's all right. It doesn't matter now. To score the highest in this mini game, we want to get the Mayan High Priest in the first level, in each level as early as possible. Because then we know whether or not we're going to have to restart or not. Okay? All right. When we demolish the Mayan High Priest, we will have a random chance of getting any kind of buff, all right, from that run the gamut, 1 to level 3 to epic. Of course, we want epic and we want money bags. But if we get any of the other must-haves, sweet. And we could keep going. If you don't get golden fog, it's going to be okay, because money bags is going to help you by doubling everything, all right? So let's get lucky. See how these numbers decreased? If this drops below that, it will replace it in order, but it will be highlighted differently, okay? So that is another way that it helps you throw the most troops out there as possible. Boom, boom, boom. Woo! Another healing one. That's great. Getting 2 in a row at our healing, I love it. That we want recovery, but that is awesome. All right, confirm. All right. This is great. We didn't get one of our must-haves, but we got a great epic buff that benefits our siege. Increases range, troops, and siege machines attack by 10%. Thank you. Okay. But, and siege machines basic attributes by 25%. So you are getting 25% defense and HP and 35% siege troop attack because it's 10% on top of the basic of each one. Of course, we want that more than this, just 10%. I love you, buddy. I don't need to see it right now, okay? I love you so much. I'm glad you guys are home and I'm glad you get to go in the pool. Okay, confirm. It is okay to not get these must haves in the first 7, 8 levels or so. Honestly, we just really must have laws of survival before stage 13. And if you're getting to that point and not having 1 or 2 or 3 of these must haves, then you'll probably want to reset. Since it's level 1, yeah, reset as many times as you want. I'm not going to. We're going to keep going so this doesn't take forever. But you see how it can take forever. All right, don't go in the portal. We have things to clear. Now it doesn't matter because we didn't get money and fog. We want to, you wanted to, take care of the poisonwood totem. All right, don't click anything else. Tell the poisonwood totem. Keep also in mind, if there's a recruitment tent, don't recruit until you occupy the building. Occupy the building first, then go back to recruit. Why? When you click, you lose troops from all troop slots. And when you occupy, you lose 10% from all troop slots. If you go get a new general with a full troop slot and then click more and occupy that, you're losing all those troops and you don't need them right now. They're not going to march for you. You want them after you occupy this because then you won't lose 10% of their troops anymore. You will on the next level, but you've saved more because you've done this in each level beforehand. Hope that made sense. Okay, occupy. Boom! 100 points. That's why we want these poisonwood totem towers each time. We're going to need to recover and get lucky with some runes and get lucky with some more live streams. Okay, we might not, but we want to. This is how to get the highest score. All right, not to do it this the fastest. So sorry. Most of you are staying very well. All right. So 100 points. That's what's up. I was right. Now it's time to finish the level, but you must click everything. We're not getting any gold or points. Why are we clicking them? We need to slay as many of the bad guys as possible. Boom. And we need to get super lucky with those Mayan chests. Normally they just give you 1, but they're doubled down. You get 2. But that one was an epic one. I don't know when or if that always happens. That gave us 5. Okay. I like to keep clicking because sometimes those chests will give you a buff. All right. And it doesn't matter. See, 2, that's the regular way. Now it's time to slay some. Mayan warriors are the weakest, but they can potentially give you buffs. So attack the weakest before the others to potentially get stronger before you go attack you get stronger before you attack the stronger ones. Make sense? You can kill the guard first, but he's stronger than the warriors. Slay the warrior first, because if he gives you a siege buff, you're going to go into the guard stronger. Said that like 7 times different way. Yay, victory! We got another rune word. We're not ever going to use it because you want to keep it because it's potentially going to increase your stats via the Hand of Plague. This one you can use because it's kind of convenient. You can be like, oh, get out of my way, but keep your runes. All right? Confirm. We're getting points. That is awesome. We didn't get any buffs from him. The Mayan warriors honestly very rarely give you buffs. Okay? We need them for points and gold. Yes! We want to add to our potential constantly. We are getting runestones every time so far. I'm jinxing myself now, but that is great. Boom! And a blessing. You guys from the future into the past. This is a good positive start. All right? See this machine attack by 8%? Generally, you'll see a level 1s with level 1s, maybe level 2. I don't even know if I've ever seen a level 1 and a level 3 it in together, but a level 3 ranged would outperform a level 1 siege. Anywho, confirm. Oh, when something really shitty can happen if you slip up. If I didn't click on that or press confirm, you don't get the buff. And if you go to the next fight, you lose that buff completely. If that happens, exit the game, then restart it. Don't reset. Exit the game or back out. And when the game refreshes, those buffs will show back up for you. However, if you do another action that uncovers another buff, cancels it out, and you miss it. That has happened. I've missed out on what I've wanted by accidentally doing that sometimes. That was a lesson well learned. All right, there's another warrior I cleared out. Boom. Numbers are looking good. It's just the first level, okay? Not really. I don't even know if I'm losing any. Just gold that time. That's all right. Oh, yeah, look at this. We are cashing in on some Mayan blessings. This is awesome. And we've all had an opportunity to get siege. I love it. Okay. All right. Now, here's what we'll do as far as the example. Okay. This is where I'm like, oh, I slipped over here and I clicked it. Damn it. I didn't confirm it. Ah, I didn't confirm it. It didn't go boop over there. Oh, well, no, don't. On a phone, on a mobile device, you can't like click outside of it to refresh some things. Okay. You're going to have to close the game down and then reload the game and then get back into the event game and then that'll refresh it. On PC, it's much more convenient. You just back out or you press the world map. Plus, I like on the PC version that you can see your marches and what they're doing there too. I don't know what's going on. I think everybody is okay. Cool. All right, let's go back in. This is what we're doing right now. 9! God, I said we weren't going to do it, but holy cow. This is a war of attrition, my friends. You're going to commit to the Poseidon's Day. You live it, you breathe it, you love it. Okay, because the Covenant Stones come slow and via cash exclusively outside of this event, pretty much. We are seeing more and more with the expedition. You could potentially get 50 of them, which is awesome from the grace of Star Trail, but who knows if you're going to get that lucky often. But it does help because 50 will take care of one of the Covenant tiers. All right. And it's free just by getting lucky. However, my hook goes much slower on the PC. I don't really care right now. Sorry, I just kind of want to finish. We didn't even get that low. All right, we're just going to get points, and it's going to take too long to travel too far to get the highest scoring, which is like a grouper. Oh, actually, there was way more I could have gotten there. Anyways, I just need the points to keep it going, blah, 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 blah. Ugh, that's terrible. Terrible. Doing well, I think. I think I'm in, what, 4th? Yep, I'm in 4th. Okay. Oh, sorry. Here we go now. What's my weakness? Revelation of Maya, baby. Okay, so we accidentally clicked outside of it. Damn it. See? They don't refresh. They're not different ones. So you can't use that trick to refresh them. I tried to, but we do get to go back in, confirm it. There we go. Now we have it. Don't do something next to lose that. I'm so sorry. These motherfuckers just won't stay in. All right. Now it's time for the Mayan god. These ones have more, a higher percentage chance of giving you a Mayan blessing afterwards. Okay? Attack skis. Nice. All right. These are shit runes. 3 teleportations. We got 2 healings, but we want recoveries. You can't do anything to help. All right. Dang it, no siege. Level 3 range is what we're going to pick because you still get a 10% siege HP buff from it. Boom. Don't forget, level 3 ranged benefit your siege. They will be what you pick if you don't get a siege. You knew that? Dang it. We didn't get much of that, but that's how the cookie crumbles. All right. So now we're ready to go. Building occupied, everything dead, all of the poison, or all of the clouds gone. Yeah. Now, here's where this gets, well, it's already been like, oh my gosh, I've done so much. We're going from stage 1 to stage 2. What do we want to see in stage 2? You guessed it, a poison wood totem tower. If we don't see a poison wood totem tower in the next level, you're going down that road. And all of this, which is good and what we wanted, goes away. You want that one. This is tremendously helpful on the first stage. Okay. Plus, we got the poisonwood totem. That is a really good, clean first stage. But if on the next level you don't get a poisonwood totem tower in one of the other ones, or no towers at all, you're losing out on a bunch of your highest potential score. You can still score high, but you won't get the highest. So let's see what happens in stage 2. Woo! Sorry. You got no idea how great that is. We got 100 points when we got to this next stage. All right. We got what we wanted here with the Poisonwood Totem Tower. Now we just need to get lucky with the epic buff from the Mayan High Priest. And hopefully we get the High Priest here. Why? Because if you get the Mayan High Priest here and it gives you a buff you don't want, you reset quicker, start over quicker, and keep things moving faster. If you go through the whole level, get to the Mayan Priest, and you're like, that is the crappiest buff. There isn't even one I want there. And you reset, that's just added more time to this crazy, crazy journey. All right. So, path of least resistance, boom, boom, boom. And we still want to save our, fog, because we could potentially get hand of money in gold in fog. Okay? It's all about the gold, baby. We won't get the epic buffs from anybody but the high priest. So that nothing good here. I always pick ranged because ranged and siege go together. It doesn't matter. You're never going to use any of the other troop types. Okay? Boom. This is nice. Now we're going to know what buff we get, and that's great. Okay? We're going to just keep playing this through to see how the scoring happens. And then when you apply it yourself, you will see that what I said was true. And I'm not just talking out of my ass all the time. I definitely do, but not all the time. Let's get lucky. Baby skis. Look at those troop counts just diminishing. It's all right. It's all right. We got another healing room. Not a recover, but we got healing. Look at this. See how the order has changed? That is because Rostam has fewer troops than Romulus now. So Romulus moves up. Now, if these generals lose more troops than Presley and Lorenzo, we'll see those guys move down there and those guys move up there. It will always prioritize your generals with the highest troop amount, and that's what you want going into every battle you fight. Okay? 20% is going to heal more if there's less in each of the troop slots. Makes sense? Maybe not, but believe me, it does. Don't keep losing all the troops in your first 3 because 20% isn't going to help it recover all the way. However, if they've only lost this amount for each of the troop slots, healing 20% with the live stream or a recovery room will heal all of them to the max. Got to think about it strategically. If you want, nice. Not exactly what we wanted, but very, very, very good. Very good. Okay? Yeah, we're not getting money in fog, golden fog. Yeah, we're not getting hand of famine yet, but we're getting tremendously powerful, epic buffs. Irregardless, not a word, by the way. Okay? Battering arrow might look cool, and it's worth choosing if there's nothing else. Why? Because it increases your siege machine's attack by 10%. That's it. Unbreakable Wall, which we got, increases siege by 10 and then 25% to the others as well. So 35% attack, 25% for ranged and or HP and defense. The Battering Arrow gives you the one stat instead of all three, but we got main force suppression, baby. Increases all troops' attack, defense, and HP by 20%. And an extra 20% attack for the troop type with the most remaining amount. What do we have the most of as far as the remaining amount goes? You guessed it. You know it. You love it. Siege troops. Thus, all of your siege troops, which is all you have, has an increase to all of their stats by 20%, and then another 20% on top of their attack. That is awesome, right? And like I said, these will stack. You can get this one every time and you'll be pretty darn strong. Not the strongest, but these will stack if you get multiple. So always pick it if it's the best one, because it's always gonna be. Confirm. That is a very good epic buff. I love it. We are off to a great start, honestly. Attack. Attack. He attack. What I like to do here as well, it's like layering, kind of. You layer your highest to lowest. In this particular thing, doesn't work for everything, and maybe it doesn't even factor in. I don't know, but I'm figuring they're going to hit this one first, and I want to lose more out of the highest amount than I want to lose more here. I want to try and keep my losses the same across the board to where my healing is most effective. I know, silly, right? Again, we don't have triple lines yet, but we're only using 3 lines because we want to conserve troops. Hey, all right. We like it when they're a random siege. Can I get that one? Nope, I got to clear one more, damn it. There we go. 100 points. It's worth it. We're losing a lot of troops now. You might be inclined or tempted to use one of your runes, which will help because we could heal 3 of the slots, but that loses 3 runes, which Hand of Plague will benefit from. We are not far enough or lost too many troops yet that we need to start worrying about using our runes. Okay? That could happen later, but right now we're fine. We're fine, okay? Now it's time to go through the rest of the fog. No points. Unfortunately, no gold, but we are getting potential chests with gold, with potential buffs. And we're going to uncover a building. Mayan camp. Now, remember, if this Mayan camp had appeared here, don't recruit. You must not recruit until you occupy the building, because this takes 10% away from all your troop slots. And check this out. Mayan camp recruit, they have 1 million troops. They'll always have 1 million. It will always be mixed. You're not going to use any of these generals. You want their troop count, though. It doesn't matter who you pick. I always pick Kaguya because she's so rare and I need her. And if I show her that I want her that badly, she will come to me. She will come to me with the General Hall 2. Tickets, please. So you recruit, you print it, you recruit it. Woohoo, thank you. That's it. It doesn't do anything as far as buffs go whatsoever, but it is contributing to your troop count that you're going to end with. Here's where you need to be careful. It's always going to prioritize your general with the highest amount of troops. She's brand new, hasn't lost any. Her troop count is higher than Romulus and Rostam, but she will lose half of the troops she has there because it's ground, ranged, and mounted mixed. They don't do enough damage and they are too weak to withstand anything else. You don't want this layered. You want to go straight siege attack. So you can't move her down the line. You just have to ignore her. But see how she is bright and they are grayed out? Don't get confused and or don't put it in there. Sorry. Don't put her in there because she has more. You're never going to use her. You want to keep her there away, unblemished and pure, like anyways, like she should be. All right, here we go. You get into a groove, all right, and everything's cool. She'll stay there. I wish she didn't. I wish she could actually change it, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. Oh, we're getting low. We're remember at 1.4 million or 1.3 1.32. We're getting pretty low. We're gonna really need to prioritize some healing, or hope we get a life spring soon, which we definitely could. I'm so sorry, burpy today. Confirm. But we're not losing troops from battles. We're losing troops because of the poisonwood totems. That sucks, but we want the points and all of that jazz skis. Look at that. She's at the top now. Don't use her. All right. Keep her pure. We did lose some troops on that. All right, as far as the battle goes, golly, this is where more of the luck comes in, where it's just like, come on, big money, no whammy, stop. Because we want recovery ruins. Let's see here. Right? Nothing helps. Just pick one and get out, or just click beyond it. It doesn't matter. Now, since we are thinking about healing, because we need to, we're in the need to territory, because if we don't get enough healing later, we're not going to make up the losses we have here. Don't heal until you get to the next level as far as you can, if you will, because you might get a live stream. And there's nothing worse than using your runes to heal yourself all the way and then uncovering a live stream right away, and it's useless. Save your runes, hope for a live stream, wait to use your runes until you know you're not getting one as as best you can. And that is just going to be a preference and or personal thing as far as how much you're paying attention to that. Here we go. 500 points is the highest you can get finishing here, and then we'll get another 100 when we pass it. It's the highest you can get. Always the same amount of bad guys. Bad guys. We've got the poisonwood totem, which gives the most points. Okay. The gold doesn't give you points; it gives you buffs. All right. And the only the green fog, the poison fog, gives you points. So clearing all the other fog doesn't matter. We have scored the most we can here. Even if we still had all of our troops, it's not going to score highest here. It's the end when that comes in. Okay? Good job, everybody. We got good buffs that are very helpful. We're plugging along. Damn it. Stage 3 is a checkpoint. Okay? Or a bonus level. That's what they call it, right? Look at this. Boom. You can choose to reset to level 1 or the last bonus level. We got the Mayan calendar store, which we don't want. We wanted a live stream here. This is a random bonus level. It's either a Mayan store, you know, it could be a recruitment tent, I think, and the market where you can buy things with your gold, which you're not going to, or a live stream. We got a calendar store. That's a bummer. Let's hope to get something good. Nope. Oh well. Here we go. Now, this says reset to level 1 or the last bonus level. We're on the bonus level. We have not passed the bonus level yet, not until we go through that portal. Thus, if you reset here, you start level 1. You don't start at the beginning of level 3 because you haven't passed level 3 yet. So, if you want to reset because you didn't get the live stream like you wanted, you're going to have to do everything and get lucky from the beginning to where we are now again. We're in good shape enough, it's early enough to not have to do that. Don't reset. I highly recommend. Unless you got nothing you wanted at all and it's all completely useless, then start over. Yeah, because you're probably going to die real soon. All right. That is the language here. You're on the bonus level. You haven't posted bonus level. If you reset, you go to level 1. because you have not passed the last bonus level yet. When you reset, all the runes, buffs, points, gold, yada, 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 reinforcements being the recruitment, all of that goes away. And it says to level 1 anyway there. So that's a big indicator. Now here we go. 670, thank you. Now we had a good first 3 stages. We didn't get the Poisonwood Totem Tower that we want here. Okay? If we back out of the game, it's not going to refresh this. But check that out. Now we don't go to the first level. We can reset the game here, and it's going to take us back to level 3. We don't have to do level 1 and 2 and get lucky with all that stuff. This after reset, all runes, buff points, mine, gold, and reinforcements will be reset. Nope. Everything we got up to level 3 will stay there. Okay? Because we've passed it. Woohoo! But before we do that, we're going to see the Typhoon Totem Tower and how much it's worth. Remember, Poisonwood Totem Tower is 100 points. 670, boom! 670, 50 points for the Typhoon Totem Tower. I was correct. 100 for the Poisonwood, 50 for the Typhoon Totem, and 20 for the Crescent Tower. A potential 100 as opposed to 50 and 20, you can do the math. If you were to sacrifice 70 points each level, 7 times 15, I think is, how many towers the levels potentially have. That's a lot. You're not going to score the highest or high enough at all to rank if you don't get as many Poisonwood Totem Towers that you can skis. All right, just for the heck of it, let's see what we do get with the Mayan High Priest. Ooh, we're struggling as far as, what we're losing, but maybe we get just an incredible buff here and we take the 50-point hit. All right, we didn't get anything that is so great that we want to keep going. Adaptation sucks. Why? Because it increases the defense of troop slots with over 80% remaining. Okay. Amount by 30%. Increases attack of troop slots with less than 50 in remaining troop. And then it increases HP to the troop slots that don't make those 2 conditions. That's kind of confusing, but basically means you're getting a different buff per each percentage of how many troops you've lost. You don't want to lose any, as little as possible. So adaptation could help, all right, considering that all of your slots have over 80%, you're going to get a 30% attack increase. Or I'm sorry, a defense of 30% increase, right? That's what you want. If you get any lower, you're not going to benefit from this and you're not going to score high at all. So that would be a bummer. You could potentially take level 3 siege attack, which is going to give you 25% siege attack. But we didn't get the totem tower that we wanted. And since we are at, there's that senior recovery rune though. Look, see, 30% of all slots. But because when we reset this, we're not resetting it to 3 levels before, it behooves us to commit to this, to refresh it until we get that Poisonwood Totem we want. But let's see. I want to see what if there is a Mayan store or whatever. Oh, here. Oh, Hermes down. He used to be the best. I'm going to take my highest to lowest as far as the 3 that I'm using because we're leaving Kaguya alone. More gold, thank you. Hey, I'll take that siege attack too. I highly recommend you prioritize attack over defense and HP if you get it. But if you do have an option of defense or HP, I recommend HP more. It doesn't increase as high, at least in my experience, than the defense does. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, let's see here. All right. I wanted to see what was here, if it was another recruiting or if it was, a live stream, okay? Because it can be those as well. Could have been one of the stores too. All right. But the building. If it was another recruitment, that's great because the more troops we have, the higher our score is going to be. I don't even know why I did this. We're just taking up time. We're going to, there we go. That's a good one for us because we got a 10% buff on it, even though it's not. You can still go to the next level. As a matter of fact, let's do it. Let's do it. Look at what we have here. These three, they're staying. Okay. We've got some increases here. All right. I'm not going to remember the numbers, but remember when you reset, everything that you got, runes, blah, 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 gets taken away. But let's go to the next level. Here's another bonus level. The 5th level is where you check mark. Okay. This is a check mark level rather than a bonus, I guess. Actually, no, level 6 is. We'll test it out. If we beat him and then we get another epic buff, which is great. Hopefully it's the good one we want. We open this and we move on. But we want to go back to the last bonus level because we didn't like what we got in level 4. So, oh no, we lost it all. No, it's still there. Look, see? Yay! But we did lose some of those other random buffs that we got. So don't be afraid when you reset to the last bonus level, you only lose what you got from the bonus level up to where you are. Everything previous to that bonus level stays the same. Notice there is no Mayan calendar store or anything else. That does not refresh, unfortunately. Okay? So we always want to get that live stream. But let's go. Crescent Totem Tower. We don't want that. It's only 20 points. I'm not going to go there and show you. I recommend resetting every time because it's not worth getting that even if you get a really good buff. You're just missing out on too many damn points, okay? All right. Now you're going to see where I spent a lot of my time figuring this out. Nope, don't want it. Nope, don't want it. It's nice that's a nice location, but I want a poisonwood totem. How many times was that? 4? 5? Let's count them. Let's see. 6, give or take 1. 7. No tower there. Some of us might say, yay, no tower. You want the points. You want a tower. Sorry. Because you can get one from the previous level and not lose any buffs, you want to wait until you get the tower. And we got it in the best spot possible. Right there at the begin skis. We still got to click 2, but that's okay. Oh, that hurt. We're losing a lot now. Oh, that's a lot of troops gone. Okay, here is where the you got to think about how to move forward, and depending on how far in this game you are, we want to keep these runes as long as we can, but we are running so low that we might lose too many to recover at all as we get further. This is a good time, I think, in my humble opinion, to start using the runes, but we might get a live stream somewhere. So wait to use them until you see the next high priest, I recommend. He's going to wait. He's going to smack you down. You want to heal before him. Okay. Because even a live stream being there isn't going to take care of all that healing. But I'm not going to worry about these guys who are not as dangerous Mayan warriors. Okay. Nevertheless, they are getting stronger. Bummer. I click as few. Yeah, that is better than the healing. We can use one of those to do the job of 3 of those. That is great boon. Okay, boon being a treasure. So now before I hit this guy, I am missing so many that a live stream won't make it up all the way. I'm going to use this to heal 15% being a lot. Now when I defeat him and get a live stream, all of it's going to come back, and that's what we want. Okay, and we want a really good epic buff here. Come on, come on, come on. Now's a good time to even get the lucky 4. All right, the lucky 4. Ah, level 3 siege machine defense. That's pretty good. 25%. We like it. But here is one that can benefit us tremendously. We just don't know how often. Unstoppable force. 30% chance to destroy the target directly when they attack. They'll never know what hit them. Boom, they're done. 30% is pretty good, a 1 in 3 chance, but the Mayan High Priest is a piddly 3%. Irregardless, no, by the way, this is the best buff out of it, and it can help you a lot on the way. All right? So I like what we're doing. We're not getting the ones we want, and that sucks, but we are still getting very good ones, in my humble opinion. Wow, no live stream love. It seems like the live streams show up more later. I don't know. I've never really paid attention to that, or maybe I have, but I swear as I have uncovered more live streams in the earlier levels too. I definitely have uncovered more recruitment, my intense army camps, recruitment camps, whatever. Okay? Those are better because we want more troops. Okay? You could potentially get one of those every level 2 outside some of the live streams. That's really good. The more troops you have, the more points you score. Woohoo! Now we're trucking. It's okay if we're not getting anything from them. We want the gold. That's just fine. It's really nice if they do give us a chance at some buffs. But the epics are what it's all about. Our runes are sucking the fatty one. If you catch my drift, as the young people say. Didn't say that very cool. There's big fat gorilla chonkers. All right, here we go. All right, I prioritize attack over the defense. Okay, you want to attack them and hit them before they can even really hit you, because you're ranging. You're ranging them. Defense not going to come into play until you get a little bit closer. You want a higher attack. Anyways, that's how I imagine it. It makes sense, right? They can attack from the furthest away, thus their defense and HP don't matter as much when they're that far away. Prioritize your siege attack. All righty. Yeah, good. We got it. 870. We are getting the highest scores we can here. Okay? 1010. I do not believe you can score any higher than that because we got all the possible points with a poison wood totem in each level, all the baddies killed, um, and all the buildings occupied and such. Okay? Oh, I can't click it. I have to defeat him. Luckily, we got that recovery rune, and it really helps. We could use those for these 3, and it would completely heal them, but there might be a live stream in the next level. Would we be wasting it? I would not use them yet because we're not going to lose so much that the live stream won't just heal us completely. Excuse me. But it's up to you. You really can't go that wrong this early on as long as you're getting ones you want, and we did not. Okay? Never. Ever. Well, actually, you can. Reduces Mayan gold gain by 20% and increases all troops attack by 70. This brings down the benefit, excuse me, of Hand of Famine. Okay? Your money bags doubles the gold you get from each level. It doesn't give you a percentage more. It doubles. So you're always getting money bags buff. But if and when you get Hand of Famine, that increases the gold gained by additional 20, 50%, I think. I forget how much. So they negate each other. Hand of War and Hand of Famine negate each other in the sense of how much gold you get. So it's basically starting off without that Hand of Famine bonus gold buff, but you got the money bag still. Hand of War is the best out of these 3. We don't have any different kinds of troops. So there is no mixed force. We're going to increase all of our HP by 30%. We don't get the ground troops attacked, wham, 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 but we are going to get our attacks all increased by 70%, sacrificing some gold gain. Yeah, reduces my gold gain. We'll see if it's again 20%, doubling the gold. So, anyways, we'll see. We want this one. It's the best, and it's not that bad. Okay. We could get better, but I don't want to go back to level 3. We level 3 and 4 were so good. I don't want to. If you want to, go for it, because you can get way better. You can get way better buff than that, right? Here we go. Going past. This is where you're gonna have to make some tough decisions, and it's gonna hurt. Why? We didn't get a Poisonwood Tower. Okay. Oh, that's all right. Let's reset. You're not going to get that bonus level. So that fighting that high priest there in level 5 is not a checkpoint per se. We only go back to the bonus levels when you reset. So we'd have to do 3, 4, and 5 is easy, but we got reasonably good stuff, and we got to heal. We got the most amount of points we could get. So here's where, do I want to do it all over again, however many times I need to, or I'm taking the Typhoon because it's not a crescent. Yeah, we're losing 50 points, but I'm saving troops, and I'm not losing 70 points, only 50. That's where the highest points possible comes into play. When we finish, if we finish at 11,250, which I doubt, we would know that, well, out of 2 levels, I didn't get a Poisonwood Totem Tower, thus I missed out on 100 points. That means I could get more, 100 extra points more. That's how you would do it. Once again, oh my gosh, I am clicking as little amount of fog as possible because at least we got a level 3 defense. That's good, because we still have the potential to get a golden fog, which we want. And it's nice to get him first. All right, because then we get to see what our buff potential is. Fingers crossed it's a good one. Okay, this is the worst you could possibly get. 3 level 3s, none of them benefiting you whatsoever. I would start over to level 3 again, but we're not going to do that in this video because you didn't come here to find out how many times it's going to take. You're here to find out what you need to do to score the best you can. Now, beyond level 6, honestly, and certainly beyond level 8, which is the next bonus level, you're going to, if you don't have the must-haves, you're not in good shape. You're not in good shape. You're going to be losing too much to be able to make up enough in hopes that you get those buffs at another time. If you get to level 8, you're going to be restarting it over and over and over again until you get the buff you want. Okay? That's a bummer. That's the worst that we could possibly get, where nothing benefits us. Occupying this, we want for the points, but also this does give us a buff for the level, so that's super helpful. Let's take care of some bad guys. We're going to go through this fast. We're going to click everything. Doesn't matter. We didn't get gold and fog, so we can just get it out of the way. What I want to find out first is, are we recruiting or is there a live stream? I like to find, oh, that's good. Good random one. I like to find out if there's a live stream before doing any attacks, if possible. Why? Because I'd like to heal now. But if I needed to heal, I wouldn't use my runes yet until I know, as best as I can, that there's no live stream. Wait to see if the live stream's there. Damn it. Our luck's running out. Did I help already? All right. Cool. So I am hoping that all of these specifics, the must-haves, the going back and forth, the resetting, the refreshing to see how to do this as little as possible without driving yourself insane. Because there are tough decisions. You're gambling at this point sometimes too. We're not getting any recovery runes. That sucks. Yeah, okay, we did get 10% attack there. We don't have any except for the money bags, you know, the must-haves yet. And it'd be great to have one or two of them. I swear, I tell you that. Yeah, we don't have anything. It's, money bags, and that's first level stuff right there. So we need to start really, seeing some results. But here we are on again at another hour. I don't want to do a third video. I'm going to click through. I'm going to talk. You're going to watch and keep up. It doesn't matter what typhoons or what totems we get. I will just show you the example of where the resets happen. This is great. Losing out on those 50 points there is okay because the next one back on track with the Poisonwood Totem Tower. All right. How are our troops looking? Oh, they're getting too low. I am going to use my healing runes because I'm losing too much here. Okay. 10% off here, it's going to hurt real bad, real bad. Okay. I want to use my runes on these first strongest three first before occupying it because I'll lose less. That's how the math works. If I took 10% hit at what I had earlier, that rune healing afterward wouldn't bring me as high as losing 10% off of this larger number. Maybe I have that backwards. At least I feel good about it in my head. All right. I want to lose 10% of a higher number rather than 10% of a lower. Now, that doesn't make sense. 10% of a higher number means that that number itself is larger. I'm committed. I've already done it. Well, it's 10% of how many troops are there or the troop total. So I think it's a wash. Anyways, okay. We only got to do those three. 10% of the other troop slots still lost it. Fingers crossed. We get some, live stream or shit or whatever. There we go. That's how and why healing too soon can be a bad thing. But we healed when we need to because we're still missing a ton of troops. Here we go. Let's look to see if we can get anything else before. Junior healing, that's nice. Okay, I'm going to keep that one. Here's another area where like, what should I do? I could probably take some of these guys out and lose those troops, but still get everything, all of my troops healed, because I'm 2.7 million here. Okay, what's 20% of 1.4 million? Sorry. Let's see here. 1.4 million, right? Is that? And then you want to multiply that by 0.2. 280,000 is how much we're going to get from the live stream for all of our troop slots. 280,000 plus 1, 1, 3, 2, 9, 9, 7. We are going to get more. We're going to fill our troop slots back with the live stream. Okay? But then we're going to lose more troops as we battle more. Can we kill a couple to lose a few troops here and there, but still heal all of our troop slots? You don't have to do that, but if you want to score the highest possible, that's what you want to think about. That was a recovery rune. We like that. Ooh, and then we got to have a siege defense, right? You can go back and look at the math and see. We're going to get 280,000 back. Okay? We have just gone under a full healing. So now, what the heck? Hold on a second. What is it? That's not his avatar. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay. I want to use the live stream now. Always, always, always pick restore 20% of maximum troop slots. Boom. See, I didn't max out Hermes, but a lot of the other ones are in really good shape. Strategizing, strategery. When you heal, how much to fight before you heal, occupying something before you recruit, to not lose as much as you would have. All of those things, my friends, are the little, like I said, minutiae. I didn't even think about not having the Mayan high priest yet. I should have waited to clear all that fog, but it was good that I did clear it. Why? Because we needed that live stream real bad, right? Okay. We're in much better shape now. Hopefully the buffs are good. 2 recovery runes this level 2 is huge. Damn it. Chain lightning is garbage. It's only ground and mounted, but we did get a level 3 siege machine. That's really good. I'll take it. Besides, we're going to keep going and we're going to see what happens because oh, I didn't change the order. That's okay. I don't know if that's actually a deal. Whatevskis. Okay. What we're going to do is get to the next bonus stage, and then I'm going to start a 3rd installment of this because I don't want these segments, excuse me, to go 2 to 3 hours long on this particular thing. It's nice. We've taken good chunks, all the context, everything you need or must have. We have, and then started our run and talked about all of the really important parts of restarting, refreshing at the right spots and getting what we want from each stage. All right, up to stage 8. Stage 3 to 8, toughest part of this. Because that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's like 6, 7 stages that you have got to get super, super lucky in before you get to that next reset checkpoint. You know what I'm saying? I'm attack here. We didn't really get the buff we wanted. That sucks. We didn't get 1 Poisonwood Totem. That sucks too. But we only missed out on 50 points. That's pretty good. Pretty good as far as the points go. Shitty as far as the buffs go. See? Still back to level 3. That's a long ways back there, isn't it? And that's a lot of stuff we'd have to potentially restart over and over and over again. Okay? We got some good randoms and we got some good runes. Okay? And we got a live stream. So this is positive. But we are now at a point where we need to get some things. I'll get right on it. Gotta slay a thief here in a little bit, but perfect time to wrap up this second video to get through. You always get a live stream in stage 8. Okay? If you get there and you're like, woo, yeah, you will always get a live stream in stage 8 or stage 18, I believe. Don't quote me. Pretty damn sure. No, stage 8 you won't, but level 18, yes, always, hands down. I don't think stage 8 you will discover for yourself because you're going to try this out. Maybe not as much as me, but you're going to experience this brutal torture of level 8 or level 3 through 8. The brutality of it all. Okay? So, we're going to live stream skis. 20%. Give me 20%. Boom. Look at that. All of our generals. Totally full. That is a great way to go into beyond stage 8. But we don't have all the best buffs. We're missing out on a lot of things to make us very, very powerful here. And we didn't recruit any other generals besides Kaguya. And we could have potentially recruited another 2 or 3. Regardless, now by the way, we're in pretty good shape. All right? Damn. Crescent Totem, that sucks. Sucks so bad. Why? Because it's only 20 points. I will never, ever take a Crescent Totem on the next level after the bonus, right? To level 8. Whew. Not to level 3. That is noise. This is, again, if you can get from level 1 to level 8 really clean, fast, and with all the good stuff, oh, man, it's like, yeah, the gods from Olympus are looking down on you and saying, yes, you deserve the awesomeness. Okay? because, like I said, 3 to 8 is beyond torturous. It's brutal. Oh my gosh! And right there, what a great way to start. We are missing out on 50 points though. Remember, we could potentially have 2,030, and that is the highest. Getting over 2,000 is what you want when you reach stage niner. All right. So this is perfect. We did the resets to the bonus levels. We saw some things. We refreshed up, and not that much actually to get these mostly totem towers. We're only missing out on 50 points as far as I believe, and our buffs are reasonably good. All right. So this is a perfect spot to slice skis this series skis video skis. All right. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to finish the remaining stages together. I'm going to go slay a royal thief for somebody in the alliance, and then I might have to take a Poseidon's Day break too. We'll see, but we'll be back together again very soon. All right. You guys know I love you and I want peace and stuff like that, but yeah, we'll see you soon. I don't know.